Hey guys, welcome back to Metroid Prime with action replay code, specifically Phase on Beam, Rapid Fire, Moon Jump, and infinite regular Morph Ball bombs. Last time we got the Wave Beam, which is awesome with the Rapid Fire code enabled, and instead of proceeding through Phendrana Drifts and doing what we're supposed to do, we're going to backtrack through Magmor Caverns and back to Talon Overworld and Chozo Ruins for Ice Beam early. Since we have Wave Beam now, and we don't have to do any out-of-bounds navigation, we could just open the Wave Beam door that leads to how to get the Ice Beam. So that is our first objective, and from there, having Ice Beam early, the next time we go through the next section of Magmor Caverns, we don't have to bypass the room where Plasma Beam is. We can actually get Plasma Beam, which is awesome. So those are like the two biggest things right now. Let's grab those two early, and also that'll help us get artifacts as we see them for the first time, so less backtracking. It's kind of the Majora's Mask principle. That's the whole purpose of sequence breaking. I think a lot of people say Super Metroid kind of pioneered speedrunning, or popularized it, rather. So this door right here, right? Whoa, what the heck? You see how far that thing knocked me? Anyway, get in the door before they gun me down. Jeez. This is where Ice Spreader is, but I don't have power bombs. Power bombs are coming up soon, too. But actually, this might take longer than I'm picturing it in my mind. Actually, I know for a fact it does because I've done this before. Like I said, I recorded 6 parts, and then I had to restart. Oh, this guy's getting it. Yeah, eat it! There's a missile expansion here. No, don't grab me, grab the bombs. One of many. Alright, let's get the missile expansion. Get in there. Alright, we'll just bomb in there. That's the thing, sometimes the moon jump code is weird, and it's better to bomb jump. Don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of random missile expansions and things we can collect. Actually, one of the first things, what I was saying last time, is we can collect Wavebuster, the Wave Beam Enhancer thing that requires like 5 to 10 super missile. Actually, no, it's with Wave Beam, it's however long you use the Wavebuster, it depletes missiles throughout the whole duration of it. But we're gonna grab that, and right in that same room is another artifact, so we'll grab those way early, which is awesome. Actually, yeah, there's like a whole bunch of pickups around there. I love killing those guys with the whatever you call it, phase on beam. It's awesome. But yeah, this Wavebuster room that I was saying last time, I ran into a soft lock in that previous recording attempt. So now, kind of like I was saying last time, what I did in that playthrough is I just moon jumped, picked it up, and left. And on my way out of that room, it soft locked. So now I'm gonna attempt it and hope that it doesn't soft lock. And the way I'm gonna ensure that is to actually solve the puzzle like you're supposed to, by breaking down the ceiling. But I have watched actual speedrunners who don't use actual replay do that. They don't solve the puzzle, they just pick it up and leave, and it doesn't soft lock. So it's probably related to the fact that there's action replay codes enabled. Although, I don't know. I think people are just good at setting up these old games way better than I know how to do it. Alright, this is the door we want. Scan this guy, he's new. Even though there's one right beyond this door. The top of this room has a plasma beam hatch that I cannot open. This guy's getting it. It's awesome. Such a loud gun. And that's what you want from a gun. In a video game, anyway. So now we're back in Talon Overworld. We're actually kind of supposed to, because remember there was a half-pipe structure right here. It wants us to boost ball up here, bomb those little things, and that ultimately leads to the space jump, which is the first thing we got in the game, so there's no need to even do it. There's no missile expansions on the way to space jump or anything like that, so we're just going straight to Chozo Ruins. And the first stop is going to be the Wavebuster room. So we're going to go back to where we got Morph Ball, get 2 missile expansions, moon jump up to the Wave Beam door, which normally you need Spider Ball to access. And beyond that tunnel is the Wavebuster upgrade and an artifact, which you need Gravity Suit to get that artifact normally. But with moon jump, you don't need crap. Well, that's our first order of business, and then we're going to work our way towards the Ice Beam section, which basically means backtrack to the Furnace room and proceed where we couldn't before. And I believe that ultimately dumps out in the Chapel of Elders, which it's been telling me to go to all this time. Yeah, look at how awesome this gun is, rapid fire. I love it. And here's another half-pipe structure, actually. You're supposed to have boost ball when you come here, but I'm just going to moon jump my way up and get a missile expansion. And we have bombs now in this room, so we can get the other one that I couldn't before when I fought the dude. Right in here. There's something really satisfying about doing that, just a little baby moon jump into a pickup. And there's the spider ball tracks. I forget where you even latch onto them. Alright, so this is the tunnel where I soft locked before, but it was on the way out. But either way, I like to just walk through them slowly and give the GameCube some time to think about what it's done. No, I don't know. Here it is, the infamous Wavebuster room. First thing, let's get the artifact. It is right down here. You can kind of see the opening. I love the fish. And there it is. Which one is this? Artifact of underwater Chozo-ness. Life Giver. Alright. It feels so good to pick those things up and not have to worry about coming back here. Yeah, look at that school of fish. I like schools of fish. I just had some goldfish, pizza flavored. Alright, we're just doing regular space jumps, no moon jumping, and we're going to solve this thing legitimately in order to prevent the soft lock. So this is what I was talking about, 3 missiles to each broken thing. Unfortunately, I can't rapid fire these missiles because if it is pressing up C, I can't do that because it'll activate the phazon beam. So there you go, that knocks down the entire room. You can see the Wavebuster right there. You can easily moon jump up to that, or you can scan hop, whatever that's officially called, and work your way up there without having to break down these columns. And as I said, if you do that without action replay codes and you successfully grab it, it should be fine. But it definitely does soft lock, unless it's just kind of picky and choosy about when it decides to soft lock. Which that could be the case too. I like the sky though. Is that it? Oh yeah, no cutscene for this one. That's kind of neat. I like this portion of the game. Very quiet and ambient. It's like playing Super Metroid. Whoa, lens flare. Jeez, that's bright. It's weird how artificial lens flares, or artificial sun, can actually still hurt your eyes and be bright. Oh, I thought I was gonna hit the dude. Is that it? I forgot how many missiles you needed to do. Oh wait, he's new. Get him. The metal puffer. Plated puffer. Same difference. Yeah, these dark ones are the ones... Next one, yep. The Wavebuster, this one's cool. So this is just like super missiles. You're not supposed to get this yet. I don't think. No, because you need gravity. No, you don't need gravity suit. I guess technically you could come in. Oh, you need spider ball. That's what you need. So yeah, hold A and press Y, and as long as you continue to hold A with the wave beam, it's just like an endless stream of energy, kind of like the phazon beam, except it depletes missiles like crazy. So now let's get out of here and pray. Just do it slowly. I don't see why it would soft lock. My reasoning is I did not properly set up the room to pick up that upgrade, so the game kind of wigged out. Alright, this is further than I got. We're back in this room. I think we're good. Like I said, those tunnel passageways that link certain big rooms together, that's always where it soft locks when I use these cheats. Whatever tunnel it may be. So in all the instances that has happened, I've pieced together in my head that it must be I did something improperly in one of the 2 bigger rooms on either side of the tunnel room. Hey, there's that mini-boss. See, I told you he starts appearing. I just don't know what his trigger is. Okay, so now we gotta get to the furnace, which I think going this way... is the fastest. I don't know. There is another missile expansion nearby in that room, but we're not ready for that yet. You can't actually access that area of Chozo Ruins without going out of bounds. Oh yes, the power bomb. I really want that power bomb, but I still can't get it. That's actually the area of Chozo Ruins I'm talking about. There's an energy tank. And actually, that's what it is. It's not a missile expansion, although I think there is one in there. Okay, so in this room, up leads to Flagra, so just go across to the save station area. Oh, we could go to Dynamo real quick and get the 2 missile expansions there. And then proceed to the furnace. Sounds like a plan. There shouldn't be, there's minimal risk of soft lock in here, so I'm just gonna do it, and then I'll save. And then proceed to the furnace. Yeah! So this is one of those... I remember for the longest time I always got confused that this room up here had an artifact in it. These giant semicircles, man. But it definitely does not. It's just 2 missile expansions, and I also thought you needed super missiles for this, but you just need a regular missile and spider ball. So it's kind of one of those pain-in-the-neck rooms that I guess you just return to late game when you're going for 100%. No, get in there. That's another thing about the moon jump code. Sometimes just pressing B to do a regular jump, it gives you all this extra height that you don't mean for it to do. Unable to access magnetic rail system. That's okay. I can float. Get in there. Don't worry about the jerky camera. There we go. Ah, I tried to lay a bunch of bombs and get that little glow bug, whatever he's called. I'm actually kind of surprised that this one has never soft locked on me. I guess that missile expansion that requires Spider Ball isn't really that big of a deal. Alright, here we go. Giant semicircle. Yeah. I guess it's weird. If you're just watching it, you're probably thinking I'm holding right, but I'm not. All I'm doing is tapping B to keep the moon jump going and adjusting where I'm looking with slight taps. In that case, I was slightly tapping left in order to get Samus's right hip aligned, because she literally moves in like these thrusted circles. It's weird. Because all you're not playing as Samus, you're playing as a box. And that's how they somehow did it. I don't know. Alright, so we're saved, so in case something stupid happens, at least I only have to replay this part of it. Which we're very... Whoa. Those guys looked metal. Well, I thought they were a different type of shriek bat. They keep getting hung up on the corners of doors. I don't know why that's happening. Alright, we're close. I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm going to Red Lobster, and they're doing Lobster Fest. And I'm thinking of getting the Seaport Lobster and Shrimp, because you get a lobster tail and a grilled shrimp skewer and like a whole bucket of other shrimp. I forget, it's not shrimp scampi, it's something else. But those are the best kinds of shrimp. Okay, let's do this. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do it from in here. It's easier than trying to fit in that little rail hole. Alright, game, work with me. It kind of chugged for a second there, but that could be the stupid AV to HDMI capture. It creates a jumpy picture sometimes too. It's a quality device. I recommend you buy it. No, it's garbage. Okay, so right in here, if I would have come here earlier and tried to leave, that's when it soft locks. But I have Wave Beam now. And here we go, we're in the Ice Beam territory. You also need Boost Ball. And you know what? I'm going to grab this missile expansion, which requires super missiles to activate all the scanny things. But Moon Jump, who cares? And then there's 3 sets of Chozo lore, I believe. Yeah. You have to scan the Boost Ball section? I don't know. Here's that thing, the Cordite, just like in Phendrana Drifts. Super missiles we get in Phendrana, I actually would have, if I proceeded like the game wants you to, I'd probably have them by now. Because that was the next stop in Phendrana, is to enter the Hydra Research Lab, where you get them. But that's no fun, because it requires you bypassing the plasma beam. And that's a pain. That's like walking by a bag full of money and not picking it up. But here we are in the Chapel of Elders. Let's scan this. This is new. This is a missile recharge. I scanned the map one as well back in the intro to the game, the frigate Orpheon. This will be good. Recharge the missiles after getting the Wavebuster. I really never used Wavebuster or anything like that except for on the final boss of the game. It's fun to use them on that. I want to get that Railbot section. Yeah. Not Railbot. Why did I say that? Spider Ball Rail. It's a combination of all those words. Alright, it's just one Chozo Ghost in here. I think this is the first encounter. If you're playing through the game normally, this is the first one you encounter, I believe. That's why it's only one. And you would have super missiles, which these guys are super weak against. Where'd you go? I hear you. Oh. There he is. Okay. So now we want to activate the wave beam section of this Chozo boulder. Because he tries to throw you up. If you just step in his hands right now, he throws you up against the spider ball rail. And I don't have that. I actually just activated it. That's what reveals these things. So now you can see we got one for wave beam, ice beam, and plasma beam. So this will give us access to a new area, which leads directly to the ice beam, and then we'll come back here and do the ice beam one, because I think that's an energy tank. And why not? A new path has been opened. Has been opened. I guess that's correct, but couldn't you just omit been? A new path has opened. I like the glowy lighting effects. Oh, I forgot to scan the Chozo lore behind him. I just saw it kind of glowing back there. Yeah, getting Ice Beam early changes a lot. If you could do that in the normal game without going out of bounds, that would probably be my favorite trick. Kind of like the Mach Ball in Super Metroid. That gives you Super Missiles early. That's such a huge... That's like the start of all sequence break heaven. This you can get to. This is pretty easy. They call it a Ghetto Jump, where you lock on with L and do your typical side dash and let go of everything. And when you do that against a sloped surface, like the back of a stone toad in that case, it gives you height and potentially speed as well, I forget. And it allows you to get into this room without even solving that boost ball puzzle down there with the pool of water. But here we go, we got the Ice Beam, which is awesome with rapid fire. There's no speed cap on it, you can just keep tapping it and firing at will. But there's no need to do that right now. I'm gonna save just in case. Because yeah, this definitely has not been easy to record with the number of times I've had to redo things, and there's no copy file in the first Metroid Prime. I don't know about Prime 2 and 3, but you cannot copy your save file in this game. So in any instance where I make a huge mistake that requires like starting over from like 3 or 4 parts ago, I just have to delete the file and start all the way over from the stupid opening frigate sequence. It's such a pain. That's why I stopped this Let's Play back then. Oh crud, I forgot there was more ghosts. But it's okay, I'm kind of more patient about it right now. I'm like set on finishing it. And probably the biggest mistake, the thing that made me restart this current recording session is, let me scan this, I don't care that they're trying to shoot me. Yeah, crud. In Phendrana Drifts, where you get the thermal visor in Research Lab Hydro, which is supposed to be the next step that I'm supposed to be doing right now. But you're supposed to go in it from the front and work your way deep inside to where the thermal visor rests in the final room. However, since I got Ice and Plasma early, I went backwards through it. And when you do that, there's a section of the wall by the first Metroid that you're supposed to encounter in the game that doesn't blow open. And you can't navigate through the entire research lab and make it to the entrance. You get stuck in that technically first section of lab. I don't know, it's impossible to explain right now because we're not in it. But it's coming up soon, so I'll explain it then, I suppose. But due to that, I couldn't scan a certain pirate data, and actually that might have been the only thing. I don't know, I remember something weird about it though. But what's weird is I also watched a speedrun where somebody did traverse through it backwards. They got the thermal visor first and then proceeded through the rest of the lab. And they didn't have a problem. Unless they didn't go through the whole lab and my memory is dumb, which is a possibility. Alright, he's down, finally. So dumb that you can't do that while they're in here. Or use this thing, I mean. Nice, that'll come in handy, I think. Well, eventually it will, yeah. It's weird, you don't really have to worry about energy tanks in this game. I don't even know what damages you the most. Phazon, I suppose? I guess some point in the Phazon mines is when you kind of start running low on energy. If you're just playing casually and not a pro. Which I'm not a pro, so who knows, we'll see what happens when we get there. If I get there. That's the one part of this game. I don't actually remember much of the tail end of this game. Phendrana Edge, where you get Gravity Suit, I don't remember that very well. And everything Phazon mines. It's all kind of like a weird blur, but I'm going to save now that we have this. And I think we're actually very close to another save station and a missile expansion, so might as well grab that stuff. But this did take a little bit longer than I was thinking. We might not get all the way to Plasma Beam this episode, but it's definitely next on the list. We just got to work our way back to Magmore and... Actually, what is it? This is... Yeah, this is Talon. This dumps you out by the crashed frigate, which that's usually the gateway to the tree area that leads eventually to Phazon Mines, and the X-ray visor and an artifact and power bomb expansion, right? Or no, maybe not a power bomb expansion, but you need a power bomb to gain access to it. Yeah, I don't know, I'm thinking way far ahead here. I do want to get to that tree area though. That's another thing, though, that's my concern, is since I learned I cannot traverse Research Lab Hydra backwards, I have to go from the front way like it intends to. Oh, that's the thing! It didn't let me trigger the astrological projection thing that lets you scan Talon 4 and Zebes and add them to the research data. We got our flying pirate. First one now. Let's do the rapid fire ice beam. Look how this thing is a beast, too. It has so much damage, too. Not that it matters with these guys. Hyper beam is what you want. Yeah, we can't do the... There's no... I don't have gravity suit. There's no point in going into the frigate right now. Yeah, eat it! That was fun. Something satisfying about... Satisfying? Satisfying about aerial shots. Aiming down at somebody. There's actually another missile expansion right by the ship somewhere. I always forget where it is, though. Yeah, we're definitely getting up there on time, but we're not quite there yet, so I'm trying to think. I mean, we could visit Impact Crater and just get that artifact, even though technically you save that for the very end. But there is some stuff to scan there, which I'm kind of wondering... I don't know, let's do it. It'll fill up some time. Because from here, yeah, we gotta work our way back to Magmore Caverns, which could take some time. Although, no, it won't. Go through the root cave that I just opened up. Yeah, these guys are new, let's scan them. If I can, you gotta be in the door to scan them. I guess it makes sense. Use some more of this rapid fire ice beam. I haven't given it its fair chance yet. Actually, I suppose this is where you learn about artifacts, and you could technically come here immediately, first thing in the game, as soon as you land. I think that's what you're supposed to do in terms of storytelling. Pirate data. 50% of all logs already? Wow. I mean, really, this game is kind of short. All that's left. Well, there's still a decent chunk left right now. We gotta do the late half Phendrana, which, getting these beams early, I can complete that all in the next visit. Come on. I always like coming in here, it looks like Samus's visor. So we'll get that, Chozo lore, and this one, which I think this is the side that leads down, isn't it? I can't see anything. No, it's not. Although I think you can power bomb that later. But there's these statues down here that you can scan, and they go into your artifact data. Which has me wondering if you're supposed to scan this stuff. Like, how do you do 100% if you don't come here right away? Yeah, the Artifact of Truth, the first one, and it tells you about this menu. Maybe it's when you pick up the artifact, it automatically gets saved in the artifacts section of the logbook. So you don't technically have to come here and scan the things. I think that's what it is. Because you never see anybody come here except for at the very end of the game when they're rushing to the final boss. But see how that one went to the artifacts? These must be the ones I don't have, because you notice some of them are orange and they're not going to be an important logbook thing. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. The game wants you to come here immediately, scan all these things, and then use your logbook to read the clue that it gives you as to where to find them. I don't know, I honestly forget the story about this whole chamber. Awesome music, though. Oh, it's gone now. One last look at the Samus visor thing, because that's cool. Alright, well, I guess that's a good place to end the episode. I'll just save at the ship, and then, yeah, next time we will go through the Root Cave, back to Magmore Caverns, and go to a new section of it where a plasma beam awaits. And then we're gonna do all of Phendrana. Probably get Gravity Suit early, the artifact over in that section, get power bombs, and all of that's coming up. But then I just gotta be very careful about Research Lab Hydra, because that's where I botched it last time. So thanks for watching, you guys, and I will see you next time when we get all that early stuff. Take care.